Valley Club, the leaks are in. Green Goblin looks to be coming very soon to Marvel Strike Force as the next legendary character. Not this guy. This guy's already in the game. The classic one, at least according to the blog post on MarvelStrikeForce.com, but only in the Portuguese language version. What other characters are going to be in this team? What is this team going to be used for? What does it mean for you? We're answering some of these questions in this video. Plus, what are the best T4s in some of the more recent squads? And what are the best save squads for your Blitz for this event that's going on right now? We're answering these questions in this video because it is Mailbag Monday. So if you're ready for all of that and more Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And boom, welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great weekend and hope you're keeping up with all the rumors this weekend about a new version of this guy coming to Marvel Strike Force. Yeah, we got all the latest on the leak over on MarvelStrikeForce.com. Plus, it is Mailbag Monday, so we're going into the mailbag and answer your questions. But if this is your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. We have at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel, including question and answer videos, news videos, gameplay videos, everything to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. Well, let's get right into it, talk about the next legendary character coming to the game. And the big reveal in the blog post over the weekend is that you're gonna need new Avengers and or Rebirth to unlock the next legendary character if you're going for difficulty 5 through 7 or difficulty 7 and lower. Just for the unlock, you don't need to build the new Avengers at all. Just the Rebirth will get you there. But the bad thing is you're going for a bigger character to get the max stars in this character. Well, you don't have to build one of these teams. You have to build both of these teams. So this is kind of a double-edged sword. There's some good with this announcement. There's some bad with this announcement. However, there was more to this blog post, and that was evident on the Portuguese language version of the MarvelStrikeForce.com. Now, it has been corrected. It looks exactly like this now. And there's not a lot that I can say other than what was already revealed. As you know, I'm in part of the Envoy program, and there's a lot that's still under NDA that I know. But it is safe to say everything that was already revealed. And fortunately for us, Kana did make a video when the Portuguese language version of the website was up, and it had a few additional sentences than is there right now. And what the additional sentences are, the next legendary character comes flying onto the battlefield with a full bag of exploding pumpkins. So in one of these previous blog posts, it said an explosive legendary character. Well, I think that aligns very well with Green Goblin. That was a lot of your guesses. That was a lot of rumors for a while. I think this website confirms it, or at least the blog post confirms it. If that is what they're going to do, I think it is still kind of subject to change. But yeah, Green Goblin Classic also says the Winged Terror will lead a group of baddies in the form of Superior 6. And then we're gone to what is in the blog post right now. And if we go to marvel.fandom.com and check out what it says about the Superior 6, we see that the former leader was Spider-Man. We see that the former members, Chameleon, who is not in the game, Electro, who has a version of Electro in the game, Mysterion, which is different than Mysterio, Sandman, not in the game yet, Spider-Man, who is the leader, and Vulture is in the game. So because there's only so much I can say, I'll let you guys guess at who you think this Superior 6 team is gonna be. But there were some guesses done by Miniball, and as you may remember, Miniball was the community member that did a lot of data mines in the past. Well, he put out this guest sheet for characters not currently in the game who are rumored for 2023, 2024 through 2025. So there's a few different teams here, some of which I can confirm or deny, but I'm not gonna say anything. But let's go up to this section about the Sinister 6 or Superior 6, according to what it says on the website. And there's a few different characters here that are rumored in these rumored section: Craven U, Blizzard U, Scorpion U, Chameleon, Boomerang, Sandman, and Green/Red Goblin U. And what U means in this is upcoming characters. So those are the guesses from Miniball. Let me know your guesses in the comments. Well, let's move on to this event for Darkhog, the Flight Blitz event going on right now. Now, the good thing is just to get this meta item, it doesn't require a lot of blitzing. You do need to blitz to get this item, but it doesn't require a whole heck of a lot of blitzing. So pretty easy. Now, if you want to get some of these other milestones, including a 7-star Kestrel or some of this Osmium, it's going to take a lot of grindy blitzing, which is not fun. But to make it a little easier, what I've done for this one is I've redone my save squads because these are based on wins, not just on playing blitz. So I have a bunch of loose squads right here. This is not a great squad. This is not a great squad. This is not great. And this is questionable. and Hero Asgard, just the old Asgard is not as good. So these teams should lose in Blitz. Maybe not in the lower levels of Blitz, but in some of the higher levels of Blitz, depending who the opponents are, they should lose. And we got some questionable teams here that may lose, and if they do, it's not that bad. Then we got some teams here that are going to start to win. And as we start to rise up with these Blitz teams, they start to win even more. So I've saved this on the website. I'm going to put my code in the comments, and if you want to use it, you can. The only thing is, it's based on my roster, so you might have to switch up some of these characters and teams to make it a little more ideal for your roster. And just remember when blitzing, the opponents that you see across from you are going to be based on both your squad and your opponent's squad. So the character selection is going to be based on what that user used in the game. The gear, the levels, the red stars, everything is going to be based on your squad. So right now we're at tier 1, but if we were at tier 8.3, well, we have 4 characters here at gear 17. We're going to have 4 characters at gear tier 18 if we're at 8.3. Then 1 character here at, I believe this is gear 15. Well, the next character would be at gear 16. And all these red stars will be 1 level higher. And that's what you would see at Blitz. And if you haven't used save squads before, well, you go to this section of the website here, click on your username, go to save squads. You'll see all your save squads that you have in the game. And if you want your Blitz squads, this is your Blitz squads. You could easily manage them. You could easily move them up and down, switch up characters. But if you want to import, you're going to go to this last tab, import tab here, and you're going to go to manage, import, and then you're going to enter the code. And in case you don't want to go to the description and get the code, well, it is on the screen and it's a little small, but it's RYLOZGFHK. In the first question week, I'm currently wondering if new players should still consider unlocking Doom since he doesn't have a team, since he doesn't do much damage anymore. Well, he never had a team, and yet his damage is reduced compared to some of the newer characters. But yeah, of course you should unlock him. He's a Dark Dimension character, and the gear that you need to unlock a Doom, well, you're going to need that same gear to unlock Dormammu. You're going to need that same characters to unlock super-skrull. So whatever you're going to use for Dark Dimension 6, use those same characters, bring them into Dark Dimension 4 for Doom, bring them into Dark Dimension 5 for Dormammu, and eventually into 6 for super-skrull. You could use some characters. So yeah, I wouldn't push for him. I wouldn't put too many resources into at this point. I kind of regret bringing him into Dark Dimension 6, but when you do go on the ride, you do feel that value. If you're just using his basic over and over and over, it feels kind of like a waste. But yeah, Doom is still a good character. It's up to you if you want to use your resources, but definitely get the unlock, my friend. Quick question. Kestrel is both skill and tech. Does she benefit from the Alliance Stark tech upgrades for each trait or just one? Really interested about to know this one. They're only going to get benefit for 1 character. This was asked when Doom came to the game because Doom was the first character with double traits. Kestrel was the second, and then they said no more. So yeah, only 1. I don't remember if it's skill or tech for Kestrel, or if it's tech or mystic for Doom, but it's only 1 of these traits for each of these characters. They don't get a double bonus. What do you think about players needing to completely restart their accounts because of Arena after returning to the game? All advice regarding Arena for returning players is just, yeah, you're probably going to need to restart your account. I feel like there's a better way for the game to handle returning players since it's been around for so long. Yes, there is a better way. There's not a current better way in the game right now. I think the devs are aware of the shortcomings for new players and returning players, and hopefully they get a good solution soon because I want this game to grow again, and if the new player experience remains as it is, the game's not really going to grow, and returning players aren't going to be incentivized to come back. But as far as your actual question about Arena, it really depends on when you stopped. I mean, if you stopped in year 1, 2, or 3, it's probably better to just restart the game, start brand new. Your characters are all outdated. You spend resources on them that you probably don't want. So yeah, you're probably best restarting the game. But if you stop playing in year 4 or year 5, it gets a little more murky because you probably have some of the characters that are still in the meta right now. You don't have all of them. You need to spend some resources to catch up in the meta. If you were a spender, you probably could do that easily. If you're a free-to-play player, it's going to be harder. There's a lot of factors that would go into continuing your original account or restarting a brand new account. It's really hard to say without a lot of extra information. Probably would look at an individual roster and make a determination at that point, but it's not a hard and fast rule. Not everybody that is returning should restart. But some players that are returning definitely should restart, but it's based on your roster and the characters that you have. Hey, Valley, what is your opinion on possibly taking Rescue into Dark Dimension 6? Mine is at 7 red stars, and I know a good chunk of her kit is for raids and war and for her teams, but First, she is tech, and I already have Apocalypse and Quicksilver gear 18. Kind of doesn't matter who the other 3 are. I kind of agree with that at this point. Just wanted to know if I need to be talked up to edge to the pivot, or I should be good to go. I think you should be good to go. I think the MVPs you already have, Apocalypse, Quicksilver, those are the characters that make the game mode or that section of Dark Dimension 6 a lot easier. Let's go take a look at who I brought in. I got Apocalypse, Quicksilver, and I was actually thinking of taking Rescue at one point, but I said, screw it. I'm gonna bring in Quicksilver. I'm gonna go expensive option. Characters I would replace though, Nemesis, Captain America. I kind of regret Doom, but I kind of like Doom as well. As I'm going through the global section, the characters that survive, Apocalypse, Quicksilver, and Doom. And when you go on that ride with Doom, well, it makes these characters a lot better, Quicksilver and Apocalypse. So if you have Quicksilver and Apocalypse, I think you're good to go. You could bring in Rescue. She's a tech character. She's not super expensive. You're going to need her for the Pegasus team. So gonna get some value for her afterwards, but yeah, actually in Dark Dimension 6, I don't think she's gonna do a lot, just you suspect, but I don't know if it matters with the characters you bring in. A T4 related question on Bifrost. What are the T4 on them in order to get them done in the raids? All right, so to get them done in the raids, well, there's a few T4s. Let's start with Val, and I'm gonna go with some optional T4s as well, but I think with Val, she's a great character. All these T4s do good things. I would go with all the T4s on Val. If you want to really skip one, you can skip the basic, but I did all of them. It's a raid character. Usually raid teams and arena teams, I end up doing all the T4s. Used to not do the raid teams, but just because we have so many T4s and I don't know where to spend it on, I usually do all the T4s on all these characters. Moving on to Sylvie. I think the best moves for Sylvie is the ultimate, giving more speed bar reduction, giving more damage on the ultimate. The special is also very good, always applying stun, giving more damage. If you want to do the basic, that's fine as well. I think I did all the T4s on Sylvie, but I think the basic passive are skippable, but you're going to reduce even more speed bar on the basic, and you're going to apply bleeds whenever a Bifrost character is attacked. Moving on to Beta Ray Bill, best move for him is going to be the special, always applying stun and giving more damage to other targets. The passive is very, very good as well. More charge, and yeah, charge is going to give him his extra attacks. That's going to help in the raids. It's going to help you in Cosmic Crucible with that raid rules right now. And this is a questionable one. This is an optional one, but I did this one just because it does a lot of damage. I hate when teams do this to me in the Room 2 of Cosmic Crucible, so I figure my opponents would hate it when I do this to them. So big ultimate for Beta Ray Bill, but if you just want to go pretty lean on Beta Ray Bill, special and passive. Moving on to Teen Loki. I think the best move that he has is this passive here. Anytime a character has regeneration on that Bifrost team, they're going to gain more damage, gain 100% chance to counterattack, and it goes very well with his basic because the basic is what gives regeneration to all Bifrost allies. So basic, passive, two best moves there. If you want to do the special and the ultimate, that is up to you, but I did not do them, and I like to put T4s on raid characters. And last but not least is OG Loki. When Asgardian drops to below 50%, 3 evades, 3 death proofs to that character. That's going to help with their survivability. And looking at the special as well, mind control 2 enemies instead of 1. This is more of a luxury pick. This is more annoyance in Cosmic Crucible. I think the only real necessary one is a passive, but yeah, if you want to do this special, you could do that as well. So I hope those T4 recommendations for Bifrost allow you to fully sim the incursion raids. Moving on, though, I have completed Dark Dimension 3. Congratulations. Unsure if I had the right characters built up to finish. Are there suggestions on who I should invest in before I start DD4 and beyond? Well, I think the best characters are the characters that are in the meta right now. And I like to focus on arena characters, then raid characters, and either War or Crucible, whatever you enjoy more. The rewards are better in War. I tend to enjoy the game mode of Crucible a little more, so it's up to you where you want to invest. And I think the best way to plan for this is on MarvelStrikeForce.com. You go to your player profile here, you select roster, and it brings you to this page. You have your full roster here. Now, before you go to the Dark Dimension Planner in this tab up here, you do need to make sure that you sync your roster. When you do this, it's going to have all your updated inventory of your gear and all your latest upgrades of all your characters there. When you press that, you should be up to date. You go to Dark Dimension Planner, and then you can start planning for whatever Dark Dimension you're planning to enter. And if you're looking to go into Dark Dimension 4, you select the characters that you want here, and it'll tell you how much gear you need to get these characters up in order to get them all up to gear tier 15. Same thing for Dark Dimension 5, and then you could do the same thing for Dark Dimension 6. But as far as the selection of characters, use the characters that are in the meta right now, not what people use for Dark Dimension 4 or 5 back in the day, because those are outdated. use whatever people are recommending for Dark Dimension 6 now, because that is the current meta. Hey, ValleyFlyin, what T4s do you recommend for big time SpiderMan if you're using Dark Dimension 6 and Cosmic Crucible? Example, not his team, but plug in and play. All right, so let's go look at big time SpiderMan. And I think the order that you would do this character if you're building for war defense is passive, ultimate, special, basic, but that's more for war defense. If we look at the passive, what it does, it's pretty much just war defense. You're going to fill the infestation allies speed bar, and you're giving some war defense bonuses. You're not interested in that stuff, so this passive is going to do nothing. The T4 on the ultimate applies if it's charged. The only way he's going to get charged is on a full infestation team on war defense, so this is not going to do anything on a plug-and-play character outside of war, outside of his full team. Then we got the special, clears all barrier on the primary target with another enemy with the highest speed. This could be a lot of extra health that you're reducing from the enemy, and then more damage to the primary and secondary targets. That's a good one. I think this is going to be a little more valuable than the basic. What the basic does, more damage to primary and secondary attacks, additional defense down to a maximum of 3. So this is a good one. But as far as his use outside of the team, special, then basic. You could skip the ultimate and the passive if you're not considering this full infestation team or war defense. And Slee's in agreement with that Dr. Doom is worth unlocking. Different reason though. Slee thinks it's because of the rewards. I think you just unlock it because you're going to do it anyway. I think both are correct. Unlock Doom. It's up to you if you want to build Dr. Doom, but yeah, definitely unlock him. And last question, Valley, I got a depressing fact for you. Did you know that there are hundreds of MSF players that rank 1 multiple times in arena mode, never got their rank 1 rewards? Why is Scopely so cheap with the payouts? Already payouts need to be fixed ASAP. Biggest bug in the game at this time. So I was curious about this. I hadn't heard about this. Looked at the Envoy chat, nothing reported. Looked all over Reddit. Nobody else is talking about this. So this is either an isolated incident or maybe this is referring to slingshotting. And longer time players, you know what slingshotting is. Let me explain it to you if you're a newer player. Right now I'm at rank 15 in arena. Let's say I go and attack Mobile Gamer at 14, but for some reason Mobile Gamer is in battle. Now, in a normal game, you wouldn't be able to attack Mobile Gamer at 14 because he's already in battle. In Marvel Strike Force, though, there's this weird slingshotting system, which I don't know if anybody likes. You know, when I've moved up because of this slingshotting system, it doesn't feel good, even though I'm getting more rewards. And if we're moving down from it, it doesn't feel good because I'm getting less rewards. So this is a bad feature, but you are able to attack somebody in battle. But let's say I attack from 15 to 14, but Mobile Gamer is already in battle. He's in battle with this person at 11. He goes and beats this person at 11. Now he's at an 11th spot. Sometime after that, I beat Mobile Gamer. And instead of moving up to 14 where I attacked him, I'm going to be moved up to 11. Mobile Gamer's not going to take my spot at 15. And Darren, who was originally at 11, is going to be in Mobile Gamer's spot at 14. So very, very confusing, but that is how arena works right now. That is slingshotting. I'm not sure if that is what you're talking about in this question, but I haven't heard anything about players not receiving rewards. If this is more widespread and not just the bug that's affecting just some players, let me know. I do want to report to this devs. This is something that I have not seen discussed anywhere. So would like to get this solved if this is an issue. That's it for the mailbag. Thanks to each and every one of you that left a question on the mailbag. Hopefully your question got answered properly. If you want to leave a question for a future episode of this, make sure you are a member of the Discord. Link is down below. Go to the mailbag questions channel and leave your question there. And if this video did provide you some value, leave it a like. It is free for you and it helps out the channel tremendously. And if you are interested in seeing what are the best characters to farm right now in Marvel Strike Force, make sure you check out the video up there. I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.